My kids begged me to make these sourdough cinnamon roll focaccia sticks. It's an overnight recipe and I've changed it a little bit since I've posted it the first time. So let's go ahead and make some. My starter wasn't fully risen, but I don't really care right now. We're just going to use it anyway. Mix together the sourdough starter in the water until it's nice and milky. Now we're adding the honey and olive oil, and I like to give that a good mix before we add the flour and salt. And now just mix it up until you get that shaggy dough. With this recipe, you will wonder what you did wrong, but don't worry. It is supposed to be more wet than a regular sourdough loaf. The great thing is you don't really have to use your hands because it mixes so well with the whisk. Stick a lid on it, and we're going to wait 45 minutes before the first round of stretch and folds. For the first round of stretch and folds, because it's so wet, I like to do about 8 stretch and folds. Just go all the way around twice, rest for another 30 minutes, and then do another round of stretch and folds, and then wait another 30 minutes and do one more round of stretch and folds. We're going to let it cover and sit overnight, about 8 to 10 hours. In the morning, we're going to mix 1 cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and then I just use a fork and mix it really, really well. I highly recommend using parchment paper because if you don't, the focaccia is going to stick to the pan really bad. Pour in a few tablespoons of olive oil and then dump in your dough. Also, I have no idea what that blue thing was in my dough, but I did fish it out later. We're going to pour in just under half of the cinnamon sugar mixture, spread it all around, and then you're going to take one side and fold it to the center. This is where I fished out that blue thing. Still don't know what it was. I just threw it away. Sprinkle on some more of that cinnamon sugar and then take the other side and fold it all the way over so there's none showing. We're going to rotate this the long way. Forgive me, I'm so bad at explaining things, but then flip it over so that the seam is at the bottom. Could have done this earlier, but I'm moving this parchment so that you guys can see the dough. But just like that, and now we are going to cover it. This is going to stay covered for an hour to an hour and a half-ish, or up to 2 hours. It really just depends on your house temperature. After it rises again, you're going to pour the rest of the cinnamon sugar on top, and I forgot to press record because I'm an idiot. And the best part about focaccia is making those dimples. This looks amazing. It is perfect, and this is going to go in the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes. I like to let it cool for at least 30 minutes because it does come out boiling hot. The melted cinnamon sugar will burn you. We went grocery shopping, so a couple hours later, we're back, and we're ready to taste test. The changes that I made was actually perfect, so I will be updating my recipe on my website. Look how delicious the swirl is. You can make an icing for this. I'm sure it would be delicious. I just chose not to because my kids don't like it. Definitely try this out and let me know what you think. I have the recipe below.